Democrats try to explain away why Kamala Harris lost, which is really interesting. They're saying that none of their internal polling showed them up. If that's the case, why did they have the most boring, stale campaign imaginable? This is David Plouffe, play cut 55.
She was on tape. Surgery for for people who want to transition in prison was part of the Biden-Harris platform in 2020. It was part of what the administration did. So we took it very seriously, but it wasn't something. At the end of the day, what matters in election is something causing someone to behave differently, either who they vote for or whether they vote. And our sense was in the battleground states, this was not driving vote behavior to the same extent like the economy was generally, even immigration. So I think that it's important to understand, I think, that we were very much in voyeuristic listening mode here in terms of how are voters processing this.
That is David Plouffe, the former Obama campaign manager, author of Audacity to Win, and also came in at the late moment to be the campaign manager for Kamala Harris. They were unable to debunk the fact that Kamala Harris wanted surgeries for illegal immigrants paid for taxpayers for gender transition because it was true. I want to continue this. Let's play cut 51. 51 is all about public polling. Play cut 51.
When we got in, my recollection is some of that snapped back, but, we were behind. I mean, I think it surprised people because there was these public polls that came out in late September, early October, showing us with leads that we never saw. It was just basically a race that in the battlegrounds was 46-47, 47-48. So that's not where we started. We started behind. She was able to climb out. I think even after the debate, we might have gained, 0.51. It wasn't a race that moved a lot. And so I think when you think about our own internal analytics, if you have Wisconsin at 47-47, or Pennsylvania 48-47 Trump, let's say, which I think is where we had it at the end, you've got to have undecided break your way more than your opponents, and you've got to get a little benefit from turnout, which we weren't able to do.
Well, benefit from turnout. I thought you guys had the turnout machine. You guys were mocking us because you guys knocked on so many doors. Remember all the stories? Oh, Kamala Harris knocked on 11 million doors. The media scum this cycle will never, ever be brought to justice. They need to. For what they put us through, nonstop media inquiries. Well, how many doors did you guys knock on this weekend? Well, actually, we're chasing ballots. Well, the Kamala campaign knocked on 11 million doors. On election night, you have Joy Reid mocking us before the returns come in. She's like, well, I'm really betting on Kamala Harris's ground game. This was not a ground game. This was a grift game, is what it was. A lot of people made a lot of money, and we don't know where that money went. He knows they were never up in the polls. Their analytics never showed that. We were targeting 400,000 low-propensity voters in Arizona and 400,000 in Wisconsin. Our plan was better, and ours worked. They were using vanity metrics, and we said that the entire time. We said that this is a vanity metric-driven campaign. The entire time we made that argument. 400,000 low-propensity voters in Arizona, and we got a lot of them out to vote, and Donald Trump won Arizona by 197,000 votes. 197,000 votes. You can knock on 10 million doors all you want, but how many new voters did you get into the system? The answer is they were just kind of paying these canvassing firms, and they were probably taking 20% off the top and getting nothing for it. They were trying to get strangers to vote. Our team was getting friends and relationships to go vote, people that they've developed relationships with.